You have to be able to balance exploiting your current success. Whatever got you to this 10-year mark, you have to keep improving that and making it better and scaling it and growing it. That's something that you have to be able to do. But you must be able to, at the same time, while you're exploiting your current success, be able also to explore new opportunities. You have to be able to do both these things at the same time. You have to create an explore portfolio where you're making small bets in multiple ideas. That's a really important principle. And then once you've made these small bets in these multiple ideas, you then give teams resources, time, and context to test those ideas and allow them to navigate their way towards finding business models that work. And it's only these business models that work once they're discovered that then move to your exploit portfolio. Successful innovation is the combination of invention, great R&D, great technologies, but also this thing that we call business R&D, which is making sure that you deliver value to customers, create value propositions that resonate for customers, and also you create really great business models, right? So those are the two things that you have to solve for. If you're a great innovator, you have to solve for both these things. If you're a great innovator, it is not just your job to come up with really, really great ideas, really great value propositions. You have to think, okay, we've come up with this really great value proposition. How do we deliver that value to the customer? How do we create a really good relationship with the customer? How do we make sure that this customer is giving us value back that will come into our organization, right? You also have to figure out, like, what are the key activities that we need to be good at as an organization in order to create this value proposition? What are the resources we need to create this value proposition? Do we need to form really great partnerships to create this value proposition? And what will all that cost us? And the distance between this cost and the revenue that we're going to get, will that make a sustainably profitable business model? That is the job of the innovator. The job of the innovator is to solve and answer those questions. And if you really think about it, that's what the business model canvas is actually designed to do. That's what we're really thinking about here. The only way that this can work is if innovation is not considered as a sideshow inside companies. It's not something that's kicked to the curb with the serious people run the core business, and the people that are playing are the ones that do innovation. A company has to be able to do both things at the same time, and both things have to have equal status and power within an organization. Inside an organization, we believe quite strongly that there should be an innovation function, almost like a chief entrepreneur or chief innovation officer. There should be an innovation function, regardless of the size of 80 people, 100 people, even if the team is just 5 people. There should be an innovation function. And the job of the innovation function is to create innovators, not to create innovations, right? The innovations can happen within the business, they can happen within the teams, those can happen everywhere. Two mistakes, especially inside corporations, that you can make when you're trying to scale. The premature scaling thing is true for every innovation team, right? It's true for even startups that are not inside large organizations. Like, they want to launch, they want to work on their technology and launch. But the point of working on innovation is actually the process of finding business models that work. And so as we use these evaluation tools that we've created, right, we can really start to track whether or not teams are on track for scale. We know we're ready to scale when our value proposition resonates with customers. We know the right channels to reach them. We figured out a way to sort of manufacture and scale and grow, whatever it is that we actually need to do. So at that point, we're actually ready to scale. So premature scaling is one problem. The other problem is that when innovation teams are working on their ideas, especially if they have an innovation lab, they're working on something that nobody in the organization cares about. So they go off to their lab, they go work on stuff that's not on strategy, and then they find something that works. Then they turn around to the company and go, hello, we're from the innovation lab. We have this thing. Would you like to scale it? And the company's like, what? We didn't even know you were working on this. And so it's really important to build a bridge between the innovation team and the core business, especially on a strategic alliance sort of level, so that when they find something that works, there's also a machinery ready to help them scale it when they bring it back to the main business.